Hey, what's up everybody? So I want to disclose before we get to the video, what is plot armor? Alright, plot armor is... Okay, so a lot of people clearly don't know or understand what the hell plot armor actually is or what's defined by it. So if I may quote Wikipedia or Google, plot armor is a plot device where a fictional character is preserved from harm due to the necessity for the plot to proceed. That is the true definition of plot armor. Alright, so let's continue on with the video. Let's start off with Palpatine. Alright, so Palpatine literally got brought back just cause a need for a plot. In other words, he didn't have plot armor. He was the plot armor. So this is really crazy indeed. I find it funny and interesting is that even before Disney got the rights to Star Wars back in 2012, like years before, I'm talking about early 90s, specifically 1991 and 1992, that's where the Dark Empire story came out. It's basically where Palpatine came back again, and this was in the Legends continuity, by the way. He was already plot armored to the point of death, meaning nothing to him. Then the whole continuity where that happens got discontinued when Disney bought Star Wars, and only for a new one to be established that still has him cheating death for the second time. It's quite madness because in canon, he died, then came back, then died immediately. And then in Legends, he died, then came back, then died again. You know what they say, can't keep Sheev down. He'll always comes back one last time regardless of the continuity. But even in Legends and canon, even with all that effort of coming back, he still manages to die either way at the end. And it's Palpatine followed up by Ahsoka. Oh my god, Ahsoka. So Ahsoka, during the Clone Wars, nobody could touch her or even like harm her in any way. They might have bested her, but not like kill or maim. So General Grievous, Asajj Ventress, Barriss, none of the clone troopers during or after Order 66 could even manage to kill her. The Empire, including the Inquisitors, Vader, saved by time travel by Ezra, and then she didn't drown after Balin's skull bested her in the duel, and somehow she was also able to be saved by traveling by space well. And an entire complex fell on her at once during the Battle of Geonosis during the Clone Wars, and I guarantee you she is so safe I am willing to bet Abeloth herself could show up and wouldn't even land a hit on Ahsoka. On top of that, she even died in a Clone Wars episode and got revived by the daughter. And Ahsoka literally escapes through World Between Worlds twice to avoid certain death. Listen, Palpatine clones himself just to get into the sequels, but still fails at the end. Ahsoka, she could just literally retcon herself anywhere using the World Between Worlds. She could even show up in the High Republic even. Dave fucking Filoni literally introduced time travel into Star Wars canon to save his pet character for no reason. Give me one good reason as to why Ahsoka needed to survive the duel with Vader on Malachor. So back when Ahsoka was introduced in 2007 in the Clone Wars movie, everyone assumed that she would die by Revenge of the Sith since she doesn't even get a mention, but Filoni has his pet and she survived that, survived Order 66, survived Vader via time travel fuckery, and made it all the way so far to the post-Return of the Jedi storyline. She's seemingly going to survive to the sequels, which she also isn't mentioned in, because her story is being told in a straight timeline rather than a retrospect one. She has a plot armor that others don't. Don't get it twisted, Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, one of the best female characters in just media in general. Listen, on top of all the shit she's been through that she should have died or she died but got brought back to life somehow, she has like the most plot armor besides Vader, Luke, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and shit, maybe even Darth Maul. Here are honorable mentions. First off, we have C-3PO and R2-D2. Alright, so R2 and 3PO have more plot armor than the amount of armor of a suit that is Vader. Realistically, they should have been blown up when they made that stupid slow-ass cross in the middle of a firefight on the Tantive, and about 100 other times before and after too. And then we have Vader. Oh boy, Vader. Vader should have died in Kenobi. Honestly, if the original trilogy did not exist, he would have guaranteed died here. But Vader has gotten almost killed and gotten away with it in movies and video games. And not to mention any other comics or movie he's appeared in, and doesn't take a lick of damage, especially in Rebels.
That's kill who will, not us. Run!
Literally no damage. How? That's pretty much it on what I have to say about who has the most plot armor in Star Wars. Do you guys disagree with me? Do you guys agree with me? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, so see ya.